Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 5, Aiden Sakai. Batting fifth, catcher, number 27, Cam Imberg. Batting sixth, shortstop, number 85, Joseph Hoskins.
Yeah, I'm just turning it on now.
The wind is horrible. It's like,
On this July 4th, 2025, we welcome you into the College of Alameda for what I like to call the Alameda Bowl. It's going to be a matchup today between the Merchants and the Anchors. I am Kyle Floyd here at Pat Bale Field with Ethan Siegel. And Ethan, we've got a non-conference matchup today, but let's not let that distract from the fact that the Merchants have been rolling lately.
They haven't, and you're right in calling it the battle for Alameda. Also, both these home teams play their home games at Pat Bale Field here, so the battle for Pat Bale Field, or whatever you want to call it. And yes, not a CCL game for the Merchants, not a BACL game for the Anchors, but still a great holiday rivalry game. And you're right to point out that the Merchants are white hot. They've won 4 of their in a row CCL games, and that's dating all the way back to a few weeks ago with a little break in between when they went to Canada for a tournament.
There's no such thing for this team as letting the foot off the gas. You got to imagine with the way they play, they're going to keep going. We've got some new folks in the lineup getting some opportunities today. What do you expect to see out of this Merchants team?
I'm really excited to see the Merchants team, though one thing that I think is worth bringing up with it being a non-league game is the fact that it allows manager TC Fairfield to maybe use this game, one that isn't going to count towards the standings as the Merchants make this playoff push, to get some guys some extra at-bats, maybe some guys who have been a little chillier in terms of the offense, You look down later in the lineup in the 7-hole, the 8-hole, Hayden Young-Goldberg, Noah Smallwood, a chance for them to really get the bats going today. They're going to be needed for this Merchants team during the postseason stretch.
Last 2 games, they've expended a lot of the pitching staff, and so we're going to see what they get out of that staff today. They'll be led by big number 32, Jackson Garcia, the right-handed pitcher. He'll be making his 5th appearance today, just his 2nd start on the year. He's gone 9 innings, given up 7 hits, 6 earned runs. He's struck out 12 and walked 8. Almost set to go here at Pat Bale Field as the leadoff hitter, Jafari Williams, number 0, will step up to bat for the Anchors. Williams, a right-handed hitter from Jersey City, New Jersey, made the trip out west for CCL play this summer. Stands in and he takes the first pitch from Garcia and swings and sends it out to deep center field. Nahar is going back. Nahar is at the track. He's looking up and that ball is gone. First pitch swinging, Jafari Williams.
For Jafari Williams.
Puts the Anchors up 1-0 after just 1 pitch. Ethan, some early fireworks.
Yeah, Kyle, we weren't even settled into our seats yet, and you're right, the night sky hasn't set yet, so we were expecting some fireworks later tonight for the holiday, but Jafari Williams starting out with a bang, swinging at that first pitch and sending it to straightaway center, the deepest part of this ballpark. He really found the barrel on that one.
Huge summer for Jafari Williams. All of these games really matter, trying to put some good stuff on tape as we talk about all the time. And boy, did he put something good on tape there. The first pitch in to the number 2 hitter, Paul Wagner, is a ball up and in. Starting hot and heavy here at Pat Bale Field as the second pitch gets away from Garcia as well to bring the count to 2-0. Saw a lot of Ohlone College representation in the game yesterday, and we get some already with the number 2 hitter in Paul Wagner. Plays the infield for Ohlone this spring, hit .333, .411 in the conference. Just a testament to how much talent was on that Ohlone College team. And Garcia now behind 3-0, and we saw this yesterday, Ethan, where the pitching staff was struggling with their control, struggling to find the zone, and caused the Merchant staff to go deep into their bullpen. That one not close. So a homer to lead off the game, and now a 4-pitch walk to Paul Wagner, an inauspicious start for Jackson Garcia.
Yeah, not the start you want if you're Jackson Garcia, and you mentioned it. We saw a ton of walks on really both sides yesterday in the contest against the Legends of Menlo Park, and it's a reason that game was 4 hours long. Jackson Garcia just needs to settle in, find his command, but so far it's been a very tough first 5 pitches.
You can understand perhaps being a little shy in the zone after the first pitch just to get me over fastball was knocked over 400 feet out to center field. But now he's got 5 straight out of the zone, 1-0 to the number 3 hitter, Brendan Lister. Had some swinging at a fastball that time up above the zone to even the count at 1-1. Lister out of Antioch High School. Redshirted his freshman year at Modesto Junior College. He's uncommitted going forward so far this spring. He's hitting at .259 in 10 games. Wagner takes his lead off first. Garcia fires, swing and a miss. Wagner goes from first. Here's the throw, and it skips into center field. Now Wagner's going to try to take third. Here's the throw from Nahar. It's not going to be in time as Wagner slides in safely. Stolen base and an error to advance Wagner over to third base. Not the start you're looking for if you are the Merchants, Ethan.
Certainly not, and somewhat surprising just because we've seen this team start pretty fast on the defensive end especially. It's not often that they're playing down early, and already down 1-0 and still no outs on the scoreboard. Now a runner on third for Brendan Lister, who's hitting the ball well this summer, .259 average and under 30 at-bats, but has still been putting together some good plate appearances for the Anchors.
Swing and a miss on the 1-2 pitch there. So the first out for Jackson Garcia comes on a strikeout of Brendan Lister to bring up the cleanup hitter, Aiden Sakai.
Aiden Sakai.
Normally a catcher DHing today for the Anchors. That throw on that steal from Winchell just bounced and skipped into center field. It was a strong throw from Nahar to try to get Wagner at third, but no dice. So runner on third, 1 out. First pitch to Sakai is swung on and fouled back.
And Kyle, worth mentioning for any of our viewers who tuned in last night and again tonight, you might notice a new angle that we have. One showing the left side of the infield and the pitcher. We're working on getting a third one for you.
Try to make it as interesting to watch as we think we are to listen to.
Maybe not that interesting.
0-1 from Garcia is in the zone to bring the count to 0-2. And you like this from Garcia after things getting away from him with the first few hitters. Got an 0-2 count to Sakai. Couple fastballs. We'll see what he decides, but time is called. Sakai hitting at .385 and 30 plate appearances so far this summer. Dangerous hitter for Garcia. Here's the 0-2. That one outside. Winchell tried to frame it. That'll bring the count to 1-2. Garcia set. Now he throws. Breaking ball is skied into left field. Jeremiah is going back. It chases him back to the track, but he'll make the catch. Wagner is going to tag and score easily from third to give the Anchors a 2-0 lead here early in the first inning.
A perfect sac fly off the bat of Aiden Sakai, and it was a nice play by Jeremiah in left field, who we've mostly almost entirely seen at shortstop this season. Worth mentioning, a bit of a new defensive alignment that we can break down in just a moment, but that's how you draw up the sac fly play, and 2-0 lead for the Anchors.
One of those changes that we were talking about. Number 5 hitter Cameron Inberg stands in against Jackson Garcia. First pitch is smacked to the right side, but right to Caleb Latimer at second base for the third out of the inning. So the Anchors start fast. They put 2 on the board on 2 hits, none left. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Anchors up 2-0. Okay. Well, the Ramones asked for it, and we acquiesce. We will indeed go for the bottom of the first. Leadoff hitter Dominic Nahar is back. He'll step into the box. He'll be facing the starting pitcher, Elliott Sue. Right-hander standing at 5'11", 195. Just graduated from St. Francis High School in Cupertino.
Leading off for the Merchants, center fielder, number 23, Dominic Nahar.
Committed to Willamette University. A rising freshman is getting some experience against some college competition here in the summer. This is his third appearance. He started one game. 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, just 4 earned runs. 9 runs, but just 4 earned. 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. And the first pitch to Nahar misses for a ball.
And looking at Sue's profile, what really intrigued me was last summer he spent with Zoots Baseball, and he threw over 35 innings of 2.35 ERA ball. Obviously a travel program.
That pitch is swung on and hit to left field, but camped under it. It's the left fielder Logan Kim for the first out of the inning. As Jace Jeremiah steps up, we will go through the Anchors defense. We just saw Logan Kim in left field, and center is Jafari Williams. He hit that homer in the first inning. And right field is Guy Polizzotti. Third base for the Anchors is Kai Gullikson. At shortstop is Joseph Hoskins. As the first pitch to Jeremiah is skied to right field, and there is Polizzotti for the second out of the inning. A couple quick outs for the Anchors. At second base is Paul Wagner today, and at first base is Brendan Lister. Behind the plate, catching Elliott Sue is Cam Inberg. And Ethan, a couple quick outs for the Merchants in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, really great work by Elliott Sue to just get relatively weak contact into the outfield. Easy plays for your corner outfielders against arguably the top 2 hitters in today's lineup for the Merchants in Nahar and Jeremiah, and doing so on just a handful of pitches as well.
First pitch is in there to the number 3 hitter, Angelo Luna, or I should say out of there as it misses for a ball. Luna went 2 for 3 in the game yesterday. Drove in 3, struck out 1 time, had 1 walk. Also hit by a pitch, as it seemed everybody was in last night's game. He takes the second pitch for a strike to even the count at 1-1.
Yeah, shame some of those Merchant hitters couldn't get the holiday off to rest after a beanball bonanza yesterday.
A little ice. Maybe a little cold tub. Third pitch misses down low. So Luna ahead 2-1 now against young Elliott Sue. Peers in for the sign. Now he turns and throws. The 2-1 is in there for a strike. As called by the home plate umpire Christopher Graves. On the bases, we have Al Sousa pulling a little double duty. Might get his steps in today. The 2-2 with 2 out to Luna from Sue is on its way, and it is swung on and just fouled back.
Nice job by Angelo Luna to stay alive. And for a guy, a first baseman DH hybrid, he's not your typical prototype, what you see in that position, that he has no extra base hits so far this season and a really low strikeout rate as you see him spoil that pitch off to stay alive. He's a lot more contact, hitting .333, and he's been getting on base a lot.
Got some power in there. Did slug .450 this spring. We've yet to see it, though. This time he takes the 2-2 for a called strike 3. 1-2-3, go the Merchants. Good inning from Elliott Sue. We'll be back in a moment for the top of the second. Live.
Hitting off for the Anchors. Shortstop, number 85, Joseph Hoskins.
Ready for the top of the second here as the shortstop Joseph Hoskins stands in against Jackson Garcia. First pitch misses down low for a ball. Hoskins, a left-handed hitter out of San Mateo, California, and Hillsdale High School. Fouls off the 1-0 to even the count. He was a freshman this past year at UC San Diego, did not get into any games, so his first game action in a little while this summer. Off to a blistering start, hitting .470 in just 22 plate appearances. Swings and misses at the 1-1, though, to even the count at 1-2.
And ever since those first two batters, Kyle, I think Jackson Garcia has done a really good job of pitch sequencing, going from that fastball to that breaking stuff. That fastball in the high 80s is good stuff to work off it.
Speaking of which, there's a fastball on the 1-2 to get Hoskins swinging, so he goes down for the first out of the inning. Second strikeout for Jackson Garcia.
Right fielder, number 23.
And there he was, making me look smart.
Polizzotti.
And it's so interesting. Something that really fascinates me is for pitchers and pitching coaches, they'll tell you it's not just about having the stuff and having the breaking, but knowing when to sequence them, when to play off of them. And Jackson Garcia, from what I've seen, he's really good at attacking with that fastball and then being able to catch you off guard by bringing in that breaking ball.
First pitch in to Guy Polizzotti is in there for a strike, and if he's able to locate like that, Ethan, easy pickings for Garcia on the mound, especially if he's got command of that breaking ball, as you mentioned. Here's the 0-1. Fastball that is fouled back. Garcia wonders where it is. Right in front of us.
It really has been night and day since those first two batters. In terms of just strike percentage to start with, obviously you get hammered on that first pitch of the game, give up a walk on 4 balls, and he's been sharp ever since.
Here's the 0-2. That one stays outside 1-2. I kept assuming I'd have time to get to this in the first, so let me get to the defense for the Merchants. Jeremiah's in left, Nahar in center. Young Goldberg is in right. Here is the 1-2. That is grounded to the third baseman, Cy Turner today, who's going to fire over to first base for the second out of the inning. You hear the woos come from the Merchants dugout as Turner winded up and fired a cannon across the diamond. It's Turner getting his first start of the summer at third base. Smallwood at shortstop.
Kai Gullickson.
Caleb Latimer at second, and Gomez at first. Behind the plate is Riley Winchell. And at the plate for the Anchors is Kai Gullickson, a left-handed hitter, takes the first pitch from Garcia outside, 1-0.
Going back to your point on the defense, you mentioned it was Cy Turner making his first start. He looked really sharp on that play. I've been really impressed with him as of late. Whether he's been at third, whether he's been in center field, whether he's been in right field, he's really been a utility all over the place player. Plus, his bat is getting really hot recently, which we'll get a chance to see first up next day.
He is tooled up, isn't he?
Yeah.
Looks like one of those prototypical 5-tool guys. Fun to watch play defense in the outfield. We've seen the power tick up in the past couple of days as well. Count even here, 1-1 with 2 outs to the left-handed hitter Kai Gullickson. Pops this one up on the infield. Looks like the shortstop Smallwood will camp under it and make the catch for the third out of the inning. A much cleaner inning this time for Garcia. 1, 2, 3 go the Anchors, and we will go to the bottom of the second. We'll be back in just a moment.
No runs, no hits, no left. We're Leading off for the Merchants. Third baseman, number 5, Cy Turner.